Morning, and we're in chapter 9 today, and we've built the temple, we've had the dedication, and now we're getting on with things in life, basically. And we're just going to start with the comment here on the side. What does it mean that the Lord would put his name in the temple? After 7 years of the house of the Lord, in 7 years, the house of the Lord in Jerusalem was completed. Solomon gathered the Israelites to participate in the dedication of the temple. After they placed the Ark of the Covenant in the Holy of Holies, the glory of the Lord appeared as a cloud and filled the temple. Following Solomon's dedication of the temple, the Lord appeared to him, saying, I have hallowed this house which thou hast built, to put my name there forever, and mine eyes and mine heart shall be there perpetually. Regarding the Lord's promise that he would put his name there forever, President Delaney Chorks explained, the Holy Temple, the Old Testament contains scores of references to the name of the Lord in context where it clearly means the authority of the Lord. Most of these references have to do with the temple. After the temple was dedicated, the Lord appeared to Solomon and told him that he hallowed the temple to put my name there forever. Similarly, in modern revelations, the Lord refers to temples as the house is built unto my name. All of these references to ancient and modern temples as houses of the name for the name of the Lord obviously involve something far more significant than mere inscription of his sacred name on the structure. The scriptures speak of the Lord's putting his name in a temple because he gives authority for his name to be used in the sacred ordinances of that house. That is the meaning of the prophet's reference to the Lord's putting his name upon his people in the holy house. So we're going to get into this. This is after all this as well. So listen to the wording, especially this first part is the most important part. And it came to pass that Solomon had finished building the house of the Lord and the king's house, and all Solomon's desire which he was pleased to do. The Lord appeared to Solomon the second time as he appeared unto him at Gibeon. That was when he asked him what he wanted, and Solomon said, understanding heart. So that's 2 times that he's appeared to him, and that comes significant later. And the Lord said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and thy supplication. I put that in pink because remember in the dedicatory prayer, that was the thing he said was, if we pray to thee, will thou hear us? And the Lord saying, I have heard you, you have prayed to me. Thou hast made before me supplication that thou hast made before me. I have hallowed this house, and thou hast built which thou hast built, to put my name there forever, and mine eyes and mine heart shall be there perpetually. And if thou wilt walk before me, as David thy father walked, in the integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and wilt keep my statutes and my judgments, then will I establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man upon the throne of Israel. But this is the warning: if ye shall turn shall all turn from following me, ye or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them. And this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight. Very strong prophecies here, and it does happen. Think about where the temple is now. And Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And this house which is high, everyone that passeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss, and they shall say, why hath the Lord done this unto this land, unto this house, and to this house? And they shall answer, because they forsook the Lord their God, and brought forth their fathers, who brought forth their fathers out of Egypt, and have taken hold of other gods, and have worshipped them and served them. Therefore hath the Lord brought upon them all this evil. And it came to pass the end of 20 years, when Solomon, so now we're going 20 years away from this time when Solomon had built two houses, the house of the Lord and the king's house. 20 years. Think about where you were 20 years ago and where you are now. Are you doing exactly the same things? Do you remember what happened 20 years ago? Was there something wonderful that happened 20 years ago that you remember? Is there something terrible that happened 20 years ago? Think about that and how it changed your life, and maybe what has changed in your life since then. Because remember, Solomon had this wonderful experience with the temple, and he had this wonderful experience of the Lord appearing to him. But it's 20 years ago. And a lot's happened since then, and they're going to talk about that a little bit, some of the things. Now, Hiram, the king of Tyre, had furnished Solomon with cedar trees, and the trees with gold, according to his desire. Then King Solomon gave Hiram 20 cities in the land of Galilee. So what Hiram did was a transaction. It wasn't, you're doing a wonderful thing, I want to contribute and sacrifice. It doesn't say anything about the Queen of Sheba getting a payment for what she gave, but definitely Hiram, it was, you do, I'll provide these if you provide me with something. Hiram came out from Tyre to see the cities which Solomon had given him, and they pleased him not. He said, what cities are these which thou hast given me, my brother? He called them the land of Kabul unto this day, which just basically means dirty or displeasing. And Hiram sent the king 60 talents of gold, and this is the reason for the levy which King Solomon raised to build the house of the Lord. So they still paid for it in his own house in Millo, which it seems to be a district of Jerusalem, I think, and the wall of Jerusalem, and Hazor and Megiddo and Gezer. For Pharaoh, this is explaining why Gezer. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had gone up and taken Gezer and had burnt it with fire, and slain the Canaanites that dwelt in the city, and given it for a present to his daughter, Solomon's wife. Seems like quite a gift. And Solomon built Gezer and Beth-horon, the nether, and Beth-thal and Tamar in the wilderness in the land. He's doing a lot of building. He's acquired a lot of riches, He's it's a different time. You're not seeing lots of war and things like that, but you're seeing a building where with David it was clearing out people by war. And all the cities of the store that Solomon and the cities of his had, and cities for his chariots and cities for his horsemen, which Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem and in Lebanon and in all the land of his dominion, and all the people that were left of the Amorites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, which were not of the children of Israel, their children that were left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also were not able to utterly destroy upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bondservice unto this day. But the children of Israel did not, Israel did Solomon not make a bondman, but they were men of war, and his servants and his princes and his captains and his rulers and his chariots and his horsemen. So all these people, it's almost like, look, we've got a king now that can do all this stuff. You know, David cleared these people and subdued them. Now Solomon is making them the servants. So it seems to be working what the people wanted a king to do. These were the chief of the officers that were over Solomon's work, 550, which bare rule over the people that wrought the work. But Pharaoh's daughter came up out of the city of David to her house, which Solomon had built for her. Then did he build Millo, and 3 times in the year Solomon offered burnt offerings of peace and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto the Lord, and he burnt incense upon the altar that was before the Lord. So he finished the house. So he is doing what the Lord wants him to do all these years. And the King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezen-Geber, which is beside Elath, on the shore of the Red Sea, in the land of Edom. And Hiram sent in the navy his servants and shipmen that had knowledge of the sea with the servants of Solomon, and they came to Ophir and fetched thence gold 420 talents, and brought it to King Solomon. And so you can see how Israel is growing into a big nation now.